Right. Okay. Yeah. Okay. Can I talk now?
Well, let the other gentleman introduce himself.
Oh, okay.
I
Yeah.
guess, go ahead.
Hello, my name is Dr. Shaji Ahmed. I'm from Pakistan. I graduated in dentistry from Pakistan, and right now I'm doing my fellowship from Pakistan.
Very good. And as you can tell, there's an echo when he has his cell. He's using a cell phone, but now Mike figured out that if he muted, there's no echo. Uh, yeah, yeah. It's and I hope you don't mind. We're recording this, you guys. Is everyone okay with that?
Sure.
Yeah. Perfect. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, sure. It's everything's perfect.
Okay, good. Because Robert Perdomo, the head of medical dental education, wants to see it. If you know, because Robert's is very happy we're trying to do this, and he's behind it 100%.
That's fantastic.
Yeah, it's fantastic.
Yeah.
So Sajish, you are teaching neuroanatomy now, right?
Correct. Yeah. I'm teaching basic medical sciences, but the current program is neuroanatomy and neurosciences. I'm associated with Larkin. Actually, I'm very new there. Just started the course 2 weeks back, and I started with a little bit of academic stuff earlier on Facebook, and that was doing quite well. I had a lot of good response, and so I was thinking about developing something online, and that's when I happened to see that John gave an invite to the students of Larkin to attend a neurosurgery talk, and that kindled my interest. So that's how I got connected with John, and I think this is a great opportunity to develop, as Pike mentioned, and I wanted to, but I'm actually very new to the whole program. I have no idea how the whole thing works. Even today, John was guiding me into all these, how to even set up Hangouts. So really, I'm very, very new to the whole thing, and I have to really start from scratch. But yes, I think this is a great idea, and I think if we could develop this network, it'll be just fantastic.
Great. I'm glad you. Could you tell a little? We have a new panelist. We have Fike's sister. She came in. What's her first name, Fike?
No, she's not my sister. She's
Oh, I'm
the
sorry.
dental student that I invited. Her name is Tuba. Tuba,
Okay.
can you hear us?
Hi, hello.
Uh, uh, yeah, Shajish is a student in Pakistan, correct, Fike?
Tuba is a, I think, second year dental student, and I will let her introduce herself. Can you hear us, Tuba?
Yes, I can hear you all, and I'm final year BDS dental student.
Okay, can you set your camera so that it's not showing the ceiling or
We're seeing the top of your head.
Okay, let me just check it.
Yeah, put it on a desk or something, or turn it off.
Yeah, this is something we'll refine with
Now I'm
time.
done.
Mm,
That's okay.
okay, that's fine too. But let's carry on. Now, Shajish, could you tell the people your background a little bit and where you practice in Pakistan and stuff?
Oh yeah, all right, okay. Yeah, actually, I'm from India.
I'm sorry, India. I'm sorry.
Yeah, I'm from India, and I started as a dentist, but then I decided to go into maxillofacial surgery. So I went back to medical school and finished both medical and dental. And then I was trained in the UK and Ireland, worked there as a consultant for a long time, and then I decided to go to the Middle East, and worked in the Middle East for a while, mainly in trauma. And that's when I got caught up with a lot of neurosurgical stuff. And I had a very good colleague of mine who really got me interested. So we started a head and neck unit there, and was going quite well. And then I decided that I had about 30 years of work done in my life, so I decided to come and settle. I came back to Florida thinking of retiring, but then I joined the Larkin Institute, and it just happened that there was a lot of teaching positions available. So I said, okay, let me start with the teaching programs, and yeah, so it's that's what I do now. I don't do a lot of active practice now. I do some charity work in India, mainly head and neck work, a lot of congenital deformities and so on. But that's all charity stuff, which I do. That's all I do now. Mainly, I'm interested in developing the teaching programs and try to hook up with similar groups and see what we can do there.
Well, Shajish, let me quickly tell what happened yesterday, and I think you guys might appreciate this. I was very fortunate to run across Fike and you, and I was on a conversation with Fike, and he was getting good feedback from a couple of the panelists that I think we want to do that. And I mentioned it to Fike, and he said, well, Larkin Dental TV with a question mark. And I said to Fike, Fike, I'm going to show you how responsive Dr. Michelle is, who's the head of Larkin. I said, I bet you, I don't know what we bet. I think we bet a Happy Meal that I would get Dr. Michelle to answer in a half an hour if it was okay to start Larkin Dental TV. And Fike owes me a Happy Meal because Dr. Michelle immediately says yes, in big letters, yes. So he's behind and that's why I love dealing with Larkin, because if Dr. Michelle says yes, you can go ahead. You don't have to go to committees. You don't have to go to other people. If he says yes, boom. So I'm going to make the website Larkin Dental TV probably today or tomorrow in the same type of template as the other ones. And one thing for you, information, Fike, is that Rajesh also mentioned that he might be interested in starting a head and neck channel. Is that correct, Shajish?
Yeah, well, I mean, we can. I mean, that'll be a nice fusion of different specialty. That's what I thought about the head and neck. So head and neck would really include dental. It'll include ENT. It'll include ophthalmology, neurosurgery. So that's like it's like a broad platform rather than a narrow platform. So it'll be like a big umbrella, and you can get the various specialties under this big umbrella, rather than if you stick to a single concept like dentistry or or neurosurgery or ENT. I mean, you're confining yourself to one small area. That's why I thought if we could get the whole group under one big umbrella, that'd be a better idea. I mean, that's what I thought.
Okay, we'll think about that. What do you say, Fike?
Yeah, I think it's a good idea. I mean, unless we run into logistical issues, conceptually, I back it. Sure.
Okay. I think we have to get Dr. Robert Perdomo's take on that. He's the head of education for dental. It's possible we could do one. It's possible we could do two separate. We'll see how it goes.
Maybe we can start with dental TV and see how it works. And
yeah, I think that's probably the best way to do it now. Yeah. And then we'll see how it goes. But certainly, and I wish Robert could be here. He's up in New Jersey. But I talked to him this morning. Do you know Robert Perdomo, Shajish? Do you know him?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, he was.
Yeah. Sorry. Sorry. Who was it, John? I didn't get you.
Robert Perdomo.
No, I don't know him. Sorry.
Okay. Okay. He's the head of dental education at Larkin. And you know, one thing that's surprising to me when I talk to him, because I don't know much about dentistry, the residencies, etc. He says that Larkin has an unusual program of being one of the only ones in the United States where they take foreign trained dentists that are trying to become licensed in the United States. They take them and train them to be able to take that license, which was good news for me because it shows me that we'll be encompassing, you know, dentists from all areas of the world essentially, which Hangouts is perfect for.
Yeah, correct. Yes, I know about the program. They have what is known as a AEGD program. It's called Advanced Education in General Dentistry, and it's a program where which is open to the foreign trained dentists. And what you do is that if you manage to do your boards, you can get into the program, and once you join the program, you are eligible to do the Florida boards, and which makes you eligible to practice in the state of Florida. Yes, I know about this program.
Yeah, it sounds like a great. I didn't know anything about that before I talked to him, and
Yeah.
he's up in New Jersey now, and apparently maybe you could. I don't know how much you know about the program, Sajesh, but he mentioned affiliation with all kinds of universities up north. Do you know anything about that?
No,
Affiliations?
no, I don't know really about the affiliations, but
Okay,
I definitely know that they are affiliated to the Florida Dental Board. So I
okay.
know you can do your dental board in Florida if you do this
Yeah,
program. Yeah.
yeah. Robert did a lot of work with the Florida Dental Board. He was vice president of it, so I'm sure that helped. But you know, he echoed the same thing that I said about talking to Dr. Michelle. He said that was one of the reasons why he came to Larkin. He because I guess he had the idea of establishing this in Florida, and he happened upon Dr. Michelle, and Dr. Michelle liked the idea and immediately started it, just like me. You know, you went to him, okay, go ahead,
Yeah.
and no delays, no committees, no, you know, 6, 7 months down the road, boom,
Mm.
same thing. So we're on the same page as far as the speed of a concept being enacted,
Right. Right.
which was it really because that paper, you know how it is, your passion sometimes is extinguished by bureaucracy. You'll have an idea and yeah, let's do it, and then all of a sudden, no, I got to wait for this approval, that approval.
Yeah.
That's why I like what we're doing now with Hangouts. And especially after meeting Fike, man, Fike's a mover. He moves fast, and we're starting this thing relatively quickly. But that's the nature of the digital age. Things happen fast.
Actually, I was about to bring up the topic of what Sajish might think would be the right kind of content for the channel now, because we can have guest speakers give come and give talks. We can have people, for example, if there's a professor somewhere or a researcher somewhere is looking for research assistants, he can come and present his research proposal. We can have students come present their clinical cases. I know we're trying to do something like that in surgery, and so these are the couple of things. And of course, we can at some point we're going to have enough people to come together, and we can have like a sort of a high-end technical level discussion on advanced issues in dentistry, some complications or imaging or surgical techniques. And so, what do you think, Satish, on
You're right. Oh, yeah, yeah. That's exactly what I was thinking. Yeah, because I was always associated with some academic institutions, and you always have some kind of interaction with your colleagues, students, and I was always into teaching, so that was perfect for me. But suddenly now, when I retired and stopped work, I'm really missing that. Even though I'm teaching students, but you need some kind of an interaction, and this is perfect. I mean, if we can arrange what John normally does. I mean, he did one of the neurosurgical talks the other day, and that's the first time I actually came across this the Larkin Medical TV concept, and I thought that was fantastic. I just sat there and watched the whole thing, and yeah, that's exactly what I was thinking. So you're in the comfort of your home, and you don't have to travel 50 miles in this traffic. So and you really interact with your colleagues, and you can be productive. Why not? Yeah, that's the whole idea.
Well, Shajish, the actual structure and Fike, when we're first starting a channel, I found in my experience that not to be too picky and choosy, just start.
Yes, sir.
Start, and then we'll refine it with time. And I'm sure Robert Perdomo, the head of education, will have a take on this, because we can have an unlimited number of channels. We could have an academic one with basics of dentistry, and we could have another one which just interviews with thought leaders. And let me give you an example of one we did with a dentist from Mumbai. And I don't think I mentioned this to you, Shajish, but and I did to Fike. Do you see the page here, India Medical?
Yes.
Okay, this is a dentist I was fortunate enough to run into, Sagar Abachandani from Mumbai. He gave a professional, and I'm going to give you the URL for this presentation. He gave 4 or 5 professional presentations. This one's occlusion and implant prosthodontics. He wanted to do a series on implants and dentures, and he did essentially about 5 or 6. There he is there. He goes to a lot of conferences. So, I think initially we can just kind of get it going, start, and then refine it as we go along. Of course, and again, we could have a head and neck channel. We could have a academic dentistry channel. But I think the important thing is just to start.
Yeah.
Sure.
Yeah, I agree. Yeah, I agree. Yeah, just have to start it somewhere. If you don't start, you won't get moving.
Yeah, get moving, and we'll refine it. We'll add more channels. If someone like Shajish says, "Hey, let's do some head neck," boom, got a head neck channel. Boom, right there.
Right.
Really quick. Or we find someone that's passionate about dental implants. Okay, we'll have a dental implant channel. If someone wants to give a lot of lectures on that. I found that you kind of adjust it to the passion. And if someone's passionate about something, okay, here's a channel for you. If we find a dentist or academician in dentistry that wants to lecture about something, okay, here's your channel. You can do one show a week. You can do a show every night if you want. It depends on the passion of the person. And I love this, and I think you guys will find that you love meeting people from all around the world that have a love of healthcare, that like the platform. And let me quickly show you, and you mentioned interaction, Shajish, and let me show you how I think Fike understands this. It's kind of like we haven't really done too much of it yet, because we almost have to teach the audience what's available. Okay, yeah. Now you see this health TV here?
Right.
Yeah.
Okay, now I think Fike understands this. But while we give our live presentations, the video is here where you see the microphone. And also there's a tweet board besides the presentation. So that the people that watch this, if they're not on the panel like you guys are, they can tweet questions or comments in that tweet board live. So they can participate, even though you're limited to 10 panel members. you could have 100 people watching it on the internet, and they have the potential to tweet questions. So, do you guys understand what I'm saying?
Yes.
Yeah, kind of. Yeah. The well, I mean, I would be a little slow in this concept because I don't have an idea how can you
Okay.
make a presentation and how can you show it to others. I have no idea how this is.
Okay.
But that's
Okay.
I mean, basically today I think the concept is great, but I need to get a little more on the technical aspect, how to
Oh,
do
okay.
it. Yeah.
No, don't worry. I'm going to be setting all of them up. Don't worry about that. I turn on the lights and take out the trash. And you know you know what? When I really got turned on to this platform, I had a hangout with an Indian breast oncologist from Bangalore, and he has a big internet following, and he loved the platform, and I'm sure you'll meet him someday.
Mhm.
Uh, anyway, any rate, he told his students, about 40 of them, about the hangout. He told them the time, and we posted it on. Matter of fact, let me quickly show you. And this is the value of the hangout. You can show people stuff live. Uh, I'm going to show you his hangout that he did, and I'm going to send you the link, Shajish,
Uh-huh.
and anyone else, if you want the link. Uh, okay, this is. Let me screen share it real quick.
Is the name of the guy from Bangalore, is his name Tony Pius by any chance?
No,
Anthony Pius? No.
no, it's Rohan Kandawal.
Oh, okay, right, yeah.
Okay,
I have one of my classmates who is an oncosurgeon
where at
in
the
Bangalore.
yeah,
So,
at the Shaw Institute. Okay, you see his picture, right?
Right.
yeah, yeah.
Okay, I'm going to expand this screen a little bit. I'm going to stop it. But as you can see, we have like 4 or 5 students in the panel, but we have 40 people watching it on YouTube, on the internet, and they're tweeting questions.
Hmm.
And I'm going to send you the URL for this, Shajish and
Ah,
Pike. I think you understand, and
Mhm.
I think you'll be able to understand the concept a little bit better once you see the video
hmm.
of what's happening. And at any rate, most people are the same as you, Shajish. They don't understand it and don't use it, and it's Spike's and my job essentially to gradually show people how they can, fully utilize it. But initially, people really won't know. But they'll eventually find out. They'll
And this
they'll
is
they'll
where
see.
I come in, Sajesh. I am a molecular imaging physician by training, but I have done some work in educational informatics and biomedical informatics in general. So there's so many things that we can do with these videos once we have the following. If we have enough people watching, we can do analytics, and we can have them, do polls as we go along. We can have them do remote MCQs as we go along. So, like let's say you're giving a lecture, you can have live polls on questions that you may post during your lectures, and you can have like 100, 200 people who are watching them, watching the show can answer right away from the comfort of their home, and then there are so many other things that they can do. They can there, and this is something which I have been working on my software as well. I'm in the process of I'm in the business of software development as well. So we have something which we call peer seeker. What it does is that if you and 10 other people from different parts of the world are watching, let's say, a talk by Dr. Bennett, and they seem to have a similar interest, they can connect via social media. There is a tool that allows them to form a group right there, because at the end of the day, it's the purpose of these discussions is to foster either academic collaborations or just like make study groups. So all of that, they're like a whole, a horde of tools that we can incorporate in these individual talks, and they can be part of the whole template that anybody can go in. Let's say I'm going in, and I will select 3 or 4 or 6 out of 10 available toggles that I'll be like, okay, I want live feedback, I want live tweets, I will be taking questions or not, I will be posting questions like MCQs, and I want people to form groups and things of that nature. So
Okay.
informatics can do amazing things, and but of course that all comes later. I'm just throwing it out there
Right.
so that we can sort of fathom the overall reach of this kind of endeavor.
Yeah. I think we'll just, Shajish, don't worry. We're just going to keep it simple at first, and then Mike and I will refine it and maybe add things as we go along. But first, the basic speaker and panelist. And one thing that I'm very excited about Larkin, and I'm sure Mike is too, is that the students will be involved. I
Yeah.
mean, it's really going to help me with the credibility with Jack, the CEO, if I can get the Larkin students participating, and that'll improve its educational value uh, to the school. It'll make Larkin an innovator, medical and dental educator, and they'll because just think of it, Shajish. They're a student in Larkin, and they'll be meeting dentists from all over the world, really, and they'll be sitting on the panel with them and to asking them questions. I mean, that is a valuable thing, which it never ceases to amaze me with the neurosurgical hangouts. I know when I was training as a student, the only thing we said to the neurosurgeon was vital signs, temperature of 98, blood pressure, and that was it. We never got to ask questions and talk to him and listen to his lecture and have him stop and pause.
Yeah.
And it's such a valuable, and I tell the students that because we have students from one from Japan, one from Italy, and one from Belgium. I say, hey, you guys enjoy this because you rarely get close to a neurosurgeon to be able to ask questions.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, absolutely right. Yeah, yeah. You never had a chance when you were a student, but now the whole thing has changed. The access that students have is just fantastic, and I think we have to give the opportunity to the students, to our young colleagues who are coming up, and we have to pass on the experience which we have. And this will be, oh no, I totally agree with the concept. The only thing is that technically I don't know because
That's
it
okay.
amazes me when I see that a screen coming up and how do you do it? Do you tape the whole thing or do
Yes.
you give
Well,
the
it's
talk?
very easy.
Uh-huh.
We'll go through these steps, when the time is right, and
Hmm.
Yeah.
yeah, it's
Yeah.
it's very user friendly.
Yeah.
I see.
We'll do all the work. You just show up. That's
Oh.
all. That's all. You just show up,
Yeah.
and we'll
Yeah.
do all the work. We'll lead you through it, and we may ask you to help us and maybe getting students on the panel. Which are, you're a teacher. You have how many people do you have in your class?
I have 12 students in my class,
Okay.
and that's just one course which is 4 credits. It's neuroanatomy and neuroscience.
Okay.
I need to get access to Robert Prodromo so
Yeah.
that I can access the dental students. I'll have to get in touch with the well, because I'm actually in the Health Science Institute, the Biomedical Health Science Institute. So that's a separate section. There is a Larkin Community Hospital. I think the dental students are in the Larkin Community Hospital.
Okay.
May I ask you a question, John? Where are you based? Are you?
I'm in Miami.
Oh, you're in Miami. Okay, you're my
Yeah,
neighbor.
I'll be
Okay.
I'll be meeting you personally someday.
All right. Okay.
Probably in the near future.
Yeah.
I'm going to put the picture up of the school.
Okay, so if you're in Miami, that's easy. We can connect and we can
Yeah.
just drop by and see Robert Prodromo. and we can, discuss with him about the, how to set it up. I don't know what kind of equipments we need to do it, but I'm sure you can guide us in that. But I'm happy to join you and have a chat with him and see how to set it up and
Yeah, yeah.
get going.
I'm gonna meet Robert probably early this week for lunch. Maybe I'll go over to Larkin. He's in Coral Gables, so yeah. I'm just gonna for everyone's purpose. I'm gonna put the map up, the pictures of the campus. And one thing I was very excited to hear from you, Shajish, was that there's a lot of empty classrooms.
Oh, that's what it makes me sad also.
No, that makes Fike and I happy because maybe we'll be
Yeah,
able to put the Larkin Dental TV in one office, the head and neck channel in another office.
yeah,
It's a possible. You
yeah.
never know. You never know.
Um,
Yeah, yeah.
John,
Well, well, actually, again, coming. I mean, my whole idea was when I start. Even though I started as a dentist, I moved out of dentistry for 30 years, and then I came back to dentistry because I just found out that dentistry changed such a lot in the last 30 years,
Oh, kid
and
did.
it was really amazing. I was overwhelmed with the amount of changes and the thoroughness and the professionalism which developed in the discipline. And since I had both, I was able to interact with both the communities quite well, and that really helped in our head and neck unit, because we had a lot of reconstruction and rehabilitation going on in the unit, and we had to get different specialties. We needed dental specialties like prosthodontist and endodontist, and all these specialties were to come and help us and so it was just great to have a teamwork. But that ended there. When I came out, it stopped there, and that's what I feel sad about. I just want to continue the work. I want to get people together. You have even when you have a difficult case, you just put it up as a presentation, talk
Yeah.
to people, and it just gives you more insight into the whole problem, and it gives you a more logical approach, and you might even pick up a few things here and there. So this is why I think, if you start with a platform and bring, I mean, like regional platforms. That's why I said head and neck. Head and neck is like, you're bringing people in the neighborhood all together. So the ENT, dental, ophthalmology, neurosurgery, they're all in the same. And when you have an accident, I mean, these accidents, they don't follow any boundaries. They don't confine themselves to the dental or to the ophthalmology, and they just cross boundaries. So you need different specialties together. So that's why I think this will be a great thing.
Yeah.
So,
Well,
oh, that's Larkin.
yeah. There you go. See.
Yeah. See, look at the empty.
Yeah.
You can.
Fike. Look at this.
yeah.
That you may be coming to Miami to live in that building with me. Uh,
And
uh,
may I ask, Fike, where are you from? Are you in the U.S. or?
Yes, I am originally from Pakistan, and I went to med school there. Then I came to the U.S., did my residency at University of North Carolina. I was in Raleigh, North Carolina.
Oh, okay.
I did a postdoc in cancer research. After that, I took a gap year and started my biotech startup. We make medical software. So I have an informatics background too. Then I actually just yesterday completed my fellowship in molecular imaging here at University of Iowa. And
Oh,
I'm just about to start my, well, I've already started working for an Hopkins affiliate.
uh,
And then I'm also starting a,
right. And where are you based now?
I'm actually I'm translocating. So tomorrow I'm heading out from Iowa to Pittsburgh.
Oh, okay. Right. Okay. Yeah.
that's
Right. Gotcha.
he's driving from Iowa to Pittsburgh.
Well, yeah, Pittsburgh, and then actually I'm heading straight to Boston, so I'll be on the road for quite a bit.
All right. Okay.
I'm
So
trying
okay.
to, trying to get some pictures here to show you the size of this. It's a good sized building. It looks pretty
Yeah.
new. It's pretty new,
Yeah.
right, Shajish?
Well, actually, it was another institute, and Larkin bought it about a year back. It was called the Everest Institute, and Larkin bought it, and they're just redoing the whole thing now.
Oh, okay.
The ground floor is completely empty, except for a few faculty staff there. The dean of the college, Dr. His name is Dr. Levin, Gary Levin. He used to be on the with the, he's the he's teaching pharmacy, and he's the I think he's the vice dean of the college, and he was there with his troop. But yesterday they all shifted upstairs, so I think all the administration will be going to the first floor, and the ground floor is completely empty now. There's a lot of classrooms there. There's a lot of rooms there. There's a lot of labs there, and I think we have a great opportunity now to just move in and occupy a few of those and take it forward.
Well, Shajish, one thing that I'm excited about working with Larkin is because it's going to give us a lot of labor to help us, because I know you have 12 kids in your class, probably 3 or 4 are pretty tech smart. Of course, some students really won't care, won't like it, but there'll be some students that really like tech and that probably will like Hangouts and would like to help the team and like would like to help promote it, would like to help us contact other dentists around the world to speak or to give presentations, and maybe even bring some of the computer expertise to us, to Fike and I, to help us to do what we're doing, because I'm sure you got some computer smart people.
Oh, I'm sure there is, yeah.
There's got to be.
Yeah, because now whenever I do a test and all, after if we finish a topic, doing a test now, everything is now online. I mean, the students, they don't even, I thought they would carry a computer. They do it on their mobile phones. They take out the cell phones and do the test, and boom, it's all done. So I'm sure, yeah.
Yeah, things have changed, man.
Yeah, totally, yeah, and it's so easy. Yeah, well.
Let me get off here. Hold on, just give me a second. I'm trying to get off the screen.
Let me just ask you quick. How did you put that screen so that we can see it? I mean,
we're going to show you that. That's called screen sharing.
Oh, okay, all right.
What I'm doing, Shajish, I'm basically I'm getting off the video. I'm minimizing it. I'm clicking the minus sign, and I'm going to my desktop, putting the screen I want to show you guys, and then come back to the video, and there's an option. Go to the left side of your screen and tap on the side. You'll see a menu pop out.
Yep.
You see that menu?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, we won't go through it now, but essentially, I'll do that one of these days. And it'll, every presenter, I kind of orient them to how you share the screen, because as you saw in the neurosurgical hangout, a lot of doctors like to show X-rays, and some of them have PowerPoint presentations, and that's how it's done.
Oh, I see. Right. Yeah, so these are the things on the left side.
Yeah. See that green arrow, the green thing, that screen share. It says that's the most powerful option on this platform.
Screen share. Yes.
Yeah,
yes.
That's the one that everyone uses the most.
Right.
And I think Skype may have that. I'm not sure, but I know that that's the best feature on this.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So. Okay. Anything else, Fike? Anything else you can add? Hey, you other guys haven't said much. Tuba and Shaji, you want to say anything?
Yeah, I was actually not speaking because I don't have a headphone, and I kept my mic on the mute.
Okay. Oh, can you hear what Ted?
Yeah, the idea is amazing. Really, it's a platform where the people from all parts of the world can interact. And the best part, which you guys have already mentioned, that you don't have to visit any place. You are at your home and at comfort of your home, and just turn on the internet, a laptop or a cell phone, and join a link and talk whatever you want.
Well, welcome to the community. We hope you're
Thank you.
we hope you're an active member.
Sure. I hope.
Um, John, let me take this opportunity to actually introduce Atia Sheikh. She was finally able to get through the technical issues and join us.
Oh, okay, good.
Oh,
And let's see, she's on mute, maybe for the same reason that Jaji is on mute for. But Dr. Sheikh, can you hear us?
Okay, she may accidentally have muted.
Well, okay.
The icon, as you know, it's at the top of the screen. She needs to unclick that, otherwise we'll never hear her. Okay.
Dr. Fike, you can actually tell her how to turn on the mic.
Okay. Dr. Sheikh, there's this mute microphone icon at the top of your screen. I don't know where it is on Android, but on a laptop or on an iOS device, it's at the top center of your screen.
She's using an iPad.
No, she said that she was not successful in that, so she eventually got a Samsung phone and she was able to. I don't know.
Yeah, well, while we're waiting, let me show her profile. Where, I guess you're busy with that. Let me see if I can get her profile to show the other members while we're waiting. Just give me a second.
Oh, she went offline.
Oh.
So, John, that's why we have medical informatics. You know, technology doesn't come very naturally to doctors.
Well, that's part of the learning curve. It's certainly everyone's not going to embrace it, like it.
Yeah.
I've found that physicians, at first I tried to convince them, you got to try it, you got to like it, but some physicians really don't want to, go online. They don't want, they may not want to see their face on the screen, and so I don't really push it anymore. I offer it, and if they say, okay, show me more, I will. But if they're kind of hesitant, I say, okay, fine. I want to spend my time with someone that would like to try it and do it.
yeah, absolutely. Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, really, Fike. I mean, I'm really surprised. You have a medical background, and you have completely, new routes which you have taken. You have gone into health informatics. Is it health informatics or medical informatics?
Oh, well, there are a lot of kinds of informatics. There's bioinformatics, biomedical, there is clinical informatics, there is generally healthcare informatics. I'm specifically going into imaging informatics, but part of informatics is educational informatics, and that's what my software company is focused on. So we do a lot of that.
Okay, all right. I never heard about the word educational informatics. That's fascinating.
What we are doing here is a kind of educational informatics tool, because we are using technology to innovate education, to make it more accessible, to make it practical, to make it palatable, easy to consume, easy to process.
Yeah.
Your sister's on again, but the microphone's still muted. Looks like.
Yeah, Dr. Sheikh, can you hear us now? And if you can, please unmute your
All right, unmute. There we go.
There we are. Yes,
One
yeah.
step at a time.
Hello.
Okay, good. Oh, there you go.
We can hear you.
Okay. Can you see us?
Yeah, I can see you.
Okay, your picture's not on, but that's okay. One step at a time. Could you please introduce yourself and tell you what you're doing and where you're at, etc.
Okay, I'm a consultant orthodontist and assistant professor. I'm working at Aga Khan University Hospital, Karachi, and I'm also a co-director of orthodontic residency program. And I'm working on a number of researches and have written many publications in different international journals. And I'm working on some more different projects related to orthodontics.
Mm-hmm.
Mhm.
Are you're teaching at the university there?
Yeah, I'm teaching only postgraduate students.
Oh, right.
I'm sorry. What are you teaching? I didn't get the.
I'm teaching at Aga Khan University, Karachi. Aga Khan University in
Okay, but what subject are you teaching?
I'm I'm sorry, what is it?
What subject is it? Orthodontist dentistry you're
Yeah,
teaching?
I'm teaching orthodontics.
Okay, very good, very good. Yeah, we just, everyone was just kind of having a discussion about where we think this platform can be used. And I don't know, are you as tech smart as Spike? Could you hear me? Oh, I
Yeah,
guess not.
sorry. I missed what you said, sorry.
Oh, okay. Do you have a background in technology? Oh, I guess we're having audio issues.
Yeah. She doesn't. Oh, she went.
Okay, that's okay. We can always talk later or whatever whenever she's ready.
Yeah.
But there's an example, Shajish. We could very easily, if the doctor
Yeah.
likes the platform, start an orthodontics channel. Very easily.
Yeah. Yeah.
If you
Well,
like.
yeah. If you have an interest, I think you can develop it. Yeah, I'm sure there's a lot of things which you need to learn, and I think at this stage we were thinking whether this is a good idea, and I think we all agree that this is a good idea to start a platform to and go forward in this direction. That's exactly what we were talking about, Atia. We were trying to bring all the dental specialties together and start a channel called Larkin Dental TV,
Right.
which would be incorporating all the dental specialties, and orthodontics, of course, is one of the vital specialties in dentistry. And I'm sure you can contribute a lot in these discussion, and it'll attract a lot of students when you have such a diverse doctors from different fields, and a very and this is really a fascinating idea, and that's what we were discussing today in this conference call. I think John is going to John and Mike, they're both going to help us to go through the technical issues later, but he just briefly mentioned about some of the icons which is on the left side of the computer screen. Actually, I saw it, and I could see some of the things called screen share and all those things. Even I'm just like anybody who has got no idea about technology, but willing to learn, and I think that's the most important thing.
Well, as a physician, you have to learn new procedures constantly. You know what it's like when you're training to draw blood. You remember that when the first time you drew blood?
Yes.
Oh man, it's like scary. How am I gonna do this?
Yeah, exactly.
But you learn. All your career, you learn new procedures. And
Yeah,
especially, I'm sure, in surgery, you
Yeah.
got to constantly learn new techniques and new procedures and new devices.
Yeah.
It's a constant learning experience.
Yes, exactly.
And this will be another one. It's no more difficult. no more difficult than learning how to put a central line in or something.
Hmm.
Yeah, I
But
think you just have to think that this is a part of a medical specialty. Technology, medical technology is really a part of it. It's not like we always look at technology and say, "Oh, that's the job of the engineers, not the doctors." No, it is. It's part of your medical. It's part of medical. It's not a different specialty at all. You have to have the medical technology and I'm sure, Dr. Fike, you have gone a long way because you are interested in molecular imaging. Am I right?
Right.
yeah, molecular
Yeah.
imaging. I didn't even know there was a subspecialty of that nature.
Yeah, it's new. It's developing. Some of its aspects are in clinical practice now, but much of it is still preclinical. The talk that I gave recently was based on all the preclinical aspects of it. But yeah, we use it a lot actually for cancer management. And and the other thing is that technology is becoming an integral part of medicine, and be it clinical proceedings, be it research, be it didactics, and the application of the same is what informatics is. And we oftentimes don't realize that we are either applying concepts of informatics or needing to apply them in most of what we do nowadays in medicine. And it, this is exactly an example of how we can use technology to make education more effective. And I'm excited about this idea. And but again, John and I can do a lot of magic with technical stuff and things, but at the end of the day, it's the content that's king. So that's where you and Dr. Sheikh come in.
Yeah, I'm
Right.
sorry, I'm disconnected. Sorry.
Okay,
No,
okay,
we
go
can hear you
ahead.
now.
Go ahead. Go ahead.
So I've just joined. I really don't know where the conversation is at which point right now.
We're basically talking about the place of the platform in the teaching field and medical education, how we're going to try to utilize it, and the difference in technical abilities of healthcare people. And Mike and I were saying that we're going to do the work. We'll set it up. You just show up and talk about, and you just give us good medical content, essentially.
Yeah.
Yeah, sure. And I think it's an amazing idea. And Paik Sheikh had told me detail, and I think if it works, it's going to we can go to the next level. It's really good.
Yes.
Yep. Yep.
Yeah, we'll try. We'll explain. It helps to be on a good internet connection, Atia. Uh, I'm sure you're probably at a Wi-Fi connection too, and sometimes Wi-Fi connections, which you guys will learn, are not reliable. In other words, they vacillate.
Yeah,
So especially if you're a presenter, I'm going to encourage you to please get to a good internet connection for that presentation. As a panelist, it's not as important, but when you're the presenter, it really helps to have a good internet connection and obviously a working camera. But we'll all learn these things as we go along. The important thing is passion and to start.
Yeah.
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 No,
Great.
Wi-Fi connection is really important. And unfortunately, right now it was really I was facing some technical issues. I hope
Okay.
it won't happen in future.
Okay. Well, it does happen, but we'll get better, and we're not perfect. And I know if I can, I'm not perfect. There's a lot I don't know about this, but I'm willing to learn, and I think there's a lot to learn. But
Hmm.
as I said before, Atia, I said that you're going to be amazed at the people that you meet around the world through this platform. I've met some incredible healthcare people all over the world, and I'm able to do things relatively quickly because of this platform rather than trading emails and slowly developing an idea, you can quickly explain face to face to someone what's going on, and it accelerates. I think it accelerates the process, and it also accelerates medical education. But we'll see that.
Okay.
Yeah, yeah, I think yeah, well said. Yeah, that's exactly what we were aiming for. And John,
This is surprising to you. I showed up with a bunch of Pakistani people.
yeah. Actually, yeah. I think the next step we have to do is to have some concepts of the technical, the techniques of how to do a presentation, so that we can all know, this is what you do,
Okay,
and
okay.
we will, instead of John and Fike taking the burden of educating people, I'm willing to, do the same. I mean, take a part of the share,
Okay.
and take my share and educate people how to. So, but first, could we set up another meeting, or
Yeah. Well, you know what? I think the next step is for me and you alone, just to get on. I'll show you around. I'll show you how to
okay.
do
Mhm.
things. I think one to one is a good way to learn the steps.
Yeah.
And like I say to neurosurgeons, it's not brain surgery. You're going to learn it, and it's not that difficult. And once you do it once or twice, I mean, it'll be pretty easy. But yeah, a one-to-one session for everybody in the panel. Uh, Atia, you too also. I'll be glad to show you when you're at a good internet connection, Atia,
Yeah.
how to set it up and the things that you need to do. It's not really complicated. It's fairly straightforward. But I think it's good to be with one person initially. There are lots of YouTube videos if you want to look on how to do a Hangout if you'd like. But I'd be glad to lead anybody, in like a teaching. It takes 10, 15 minutes to show you the basics.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
On the
Yeah.
other
I would love to. I
Sorry.
mean, you or Fike or anyone is going to help me. I think it will be very much beneficial for me so that I can learn, because I've never used it before.
Yeah,
Good.
yeah. I'm also new to this, Atiya. I'm just like you. It's as John said, if you have the interest and the passion, I think there's nothing that stops you from, doing things. I mean, I think the Google technology with Hangouts is fairly simple. Today, I didn't even know how to, get into this thing, and then suddenly, boom, it all happened. So. I'm pretty sure that we can contribute, and we can give presentations. I don't think it's a big deal.
Yeah.
And I was wondering whether John, if we can have one panel on how to do a presentation. I mean, 10 or 15 minutes. That'll be
Yeah.
and if we can record that, and if somebody is coming new, we can just give that link to them and tell them, yeah, just watch this
Sure.
one.
well,
Okay.
actually,
Sure.
that's a
That
very
that
good
would be
idea.
a good first step. Yeah, that would be a
Actually,
good.
John, you can make a professional video with just you, a nicely edited video, and you can leave it on every internet TV channel that we have. So
Yeah.
let's say, if tomorrow Amir Ali is coming in from UPMC to talk about informatics, instead of we can talk and introduce things to him, but he can just quickly look at the video and be up to speed with the whole thing.
Yeah, that definitely is something that needs to be done. And I think for me personally, I would look at the video and then, sit down with someone after they've seen the video, and they'll
Sure.
probably, it will speed it up if they have already seen it and they kind of have an idea of how to do it, but then to lead them through personally, I
One
think.
quick question in the end. Do you guys think that we should have any kind of not so much of a curriculum, but like at least because we do have a schedule and a calendar on the website or well, other website. This website is not up and live yet, but if we don't have to be very elaborate, but we can say that we can probably announce the next 2 weeks lectures maybe. that gives us an idea to advertise it, to promote it, and for the students to get on board and follow it.
Yeah,
There'll
go
be
ahead.
lecture every day or what? There'll be lecture every day?
Well, we'll see. We'll see. Well, depends on the interest.
Yeah.
We'll see, and we'll take it as it goes, and we'll go with the flow.
Exactly. Yeah. We don't have to make a very tight schedule in the beginning
Yeah, no.
because there's only limited number of people at the moment. But I mean, we can have a lecture once a week. We will decide. I mean,
Yeah.
Yeah.
it's up to us actually to
Right.
decide.
It'll happen. It'll happen.
It'll happen. Yeah, exactly.
It'll happen, and we'll just adjust to the interest and adjust to the number of people that want to get involved. Now, I'm certainly encouraged. Shajish, this dental thing is the fastest community I've been around. As far as I think it's maybe luck, maybe it's because of Fike knowing so many people, but and being lucky enough to talk to the CEO, maybe that's why. But man, it took me a while to get the neurosurgery thing going, but this one's going in one day, almost 2 days,
Yeah.
with people. I mean, this is incredible. So we'll go with the flow. And
Exactly.
okay, everyone. I guess everyone's got stuff to do. It's a great first meeting. Thank you all for coming. And anytime you're ready, Rajesh, for a personal hangout, we'll go through it.
Yeah.
Just shoot me an email and say, John, I have some time. We want to do it now, whatever. And you too, Atia.
Yeah.
Whenever you're ready and at a pretty good internet connection. I don't know, Fike, you don't know how to start these and stuff yet, right?
I'm sorry?
You don't know how to start the hangout and everything yet, do you?
Yeah, I can do that.
Okay, well, it depends. If you want to show it to you, fine. If not, I'll be glad to.
Yeah, I'll do it.
Okay. We'll keep you guys in the loop to what's going on. And I'm going to talk Dr. Perdomo, who's the head of the education and dentistry. I'm going to show him this video and move on with him to see what he wants to do. And again, we're not going to just do one channel one way. If you have an idea, if you want to do something in an area, it's all yours. I'll be glad to set it up and we'll go ahead and do it. Go ahead and do it, and we'll just go with the flow.
Exactly. Yeah. Yeah. Okay. I'm in Larkin, so once we designate some areas in Larkin in the building, I'll be there. So I'll be happy to contribute in that area. Just let's get started.
Oh, okay. You're physically at Larkin?
I'm physically at Larkin. Yes. Yeah.
Oh, that's good. That's good.
Yeah. I'm in that building that you just showed.
Okay.
Yeah, I take classes there. That's where I take my classes.
Are you going to be there tomorrow? Because we may take a ride up there.
Oh, okay. Well, actually, John, I have a very bad back, and
okay.
yeah, my back is paining very badly. I was just barely sitting today.
Oh, okay.
So
Okay,
I may not be able to make it this week. I mean, next week, definitely. My classes are only once a week, and actually, it's on every Tuesday.
Oh, is someone in the building? Will I be able to come inside the building tomorrow?
Oh yeah. You can just walk into the building. There's no problem there.
Okay. I just want to check it out.
Yeah.
I just want to see it. No problem.
When you go into the building, on the left side, you'll see a IT guy there. His name is George. He will be the first person you meet.
Oh, good.
Yeah.
Good.
So George, and then if you just take a right there, that's where a few of the secretaries are sitting. That's all we have there.
Okay, that's all right.
That's all.
Fine.
There's not many people there. You can just walk into the building. There's no problem there. And but I think we may have to meet Dr. Prodromo and see and set it up before. I mean, there are rooms there, but somebody has to say yes. You can use it and set it up.
No, I'm not. Of course, I'm not thinking of using all the space. I just want to I was curious. That's all. I just want to see it.
Oh, there is room.
Yeah, that would be down the road.
Yeah, that'll be down the road. Correct.
If everything goes well, after 3 to 6 months, the students are involved, and the students are hopefully, the way I envision this, and Fike, I've told this to Fike, is that the students will not only, and I mentioned this earlier in the talk, will not only be getting involved watching it, but be involved with us, helping us,
Yeah.
helping us.
Yeah. Yeah.
And for example, you'll be able to tell a student, hey, I want to get this professor in neuroanatomy from California. Can you please email him, call him, or Facebook him, whatever? Rather than us having. Hopefully, we'll be doing more delegation of authority and directing rather than like doing the. But at first, we have to do everything, of course.
Yeah.
But hopefully, we'll have rooms in that beautiful building and be able to delegate. But that's down the road. That's a while away.
Yeah. That's exactly. Yeah.
That,
Yeah.
that, that's our dream, anyways.
Yeah.
Okay, thanks for all coming, and we'll talk to everyone later.
All righty.
Thank you.
I'll send you a link to this video.
Okay.
Okay.
Thank you,
Okay,
John. Thanks, John, for the.
thank you very much.
Thank you.
Thank
Thank you, John.
Have a good day.
Thanks.
Feel better,
Bye.
Satish.